Hey everybody, it's Bust with Battles with Bust number 643. Today we'll be doing battle with Vanessa. And so I've been playing a ton of Vanessa over the course of the past weekend. I kind of wanted to give my state of Vanessa before we jump into battle here today. And so I think she's far and away the worst champion in the game right now, and she has some serious faults that you don't really see within the other champions that I kind of wanted to take a moment to talk about. And so when you look at a champion like Pygmalion, right, a lot of the frustration that comes from Pygmalion is that he's able to generate like 8,000, 10,000 hit points. And while that's fair if that's going to be part of what his kit is, if he's going to be the high scaling health economy champion, that's all well and good. But the big pain point that comes out of that health scaling is that starting skill that he's able to get, that whenever you buy or sell a small item, he gains 30 health. And so what you're going to see in a lot of early games against Pygmalion is that he has like 900 health on day 2 or day 3, and you have like 400. And so he's just got that free scaling right from the beginning of the game. Now, that's all well and good, but that Pygmalion skill kind of ties into one of the actual main problems with Vanessa, is that she doesn't have any defensive skills. And so what you're going to see as we start out this game here today is when you get the Vanessa starting skills, they either focus in on attack power, they focus in on burn, or they focus in on poison. And so the pain point that you're going to run into in a lot of these games is you start out, you pick, say, an aquatic fish thing, being like, oh, cool, this is geared toward poison. And then you go into the skills and you don't have any poison based skills. You have to take a weapon or a burn skill, which do literally no tie in with that first item. So then you have to kind of diverge your draft out from there, and you're just off to a bad start. Where this ties into Pygmalion is both Pig and Dooley have a lot of defensive skills. Those defensive skills are never bad, right? If you're running into a build with Pygmalion, regardless of what you pick as your starting item, picking that thing that lets you scale up your health is good across literally every single build in the game. Same thing applies to Dooley. In large part, if you pick a shield-based skill, it may not be the skill that you want, but it's never dead. And so the big kind of branching and pathing that we're going to see out of Vanessa today is we're going to start the game with an early game weapon. If we find +6 to poison or +8 to burn, then we can consider grabbing one of those and pivoting a little bit. But at the end of the day, that's just not possible otherwise, right? If you start with like like an aquatic item, you miss on poison and the skills, you just lose. And so I don't know necessarily how to kind of come out and fix that with Vanessa. If the skills that you're offered up in the first round need to have like a guaranteed tie-in to your first item, or if she needs to be given some kind of defensive based skill, which is out of character but always good. I don't know what the answer is, but that's one of the main kind of pain points with Vanessa. The second thing that I really wanted to kind of hone in on with Vanessa is the timing of the game, and not like the release of the game timing, right? I'm sure October and December for the open beta and January for the full release are great timings, but two separate angles there. Number one, I think there needs to be something done with the global cooldown. I don't think that there's going to be any way to successfully balance all of the potential for infinite combos without doing something to the global cooldown. And so the Armadillo is what shows you that big pain point right now. The Armadillo just being able to go infinite with things like bunker, or do things with, like, if you have one item that says activate when you slow, or you say like haste when slow, then you have another one that says slow when you haste, and then with those two combined together, they just go infinite and blow up the opponent. There needs to be some kind of global cooldown attached to pretty much everything in the game, so that those style of big OTKs just don't happen. It's just no fun. Like, it's interesting to see it once. It's like, oh cool, I see like the fire hose of damage running across the screen, and then it's not very interesting after that. And so I don't think that those style of combinations should be removed from the game. I think it's very interesting as you are able to draft those style of decks and have them work out in a really powerful combination, but the global cooldown on the activations of those items need to be set somewhere higher. It's not infinite right now in the sense that it's not like 1 millisecond, right? It seems to be tied to like the animation or how fast it can pop off. I'm not exactly certain how it goes, but quarter second, half second, whole second, whatever, that global cooldown for those effects needs to be set up. The other thing that we're going to find annoying with Vanessa today is there needs to be some kind of minimum length to the game, and that's a pure kind of balance issue. But I'm curious to see what Reynad and team thinks the minimum length of battle is for a successfully fun game, right? And it's very frustrating if you set up a build of items that pop off at like 4 seconds or 5 seconds, and you go up against Vanessa and just get killed before any of your items activate. That's going to be essentially everything we build towards today. There's a very, very, very high probability chance that with our Vanessa today, we're going to try it and make a build that just kills the opponent in 3 seconds, but that shouldn't necessarily be doable to me. And so there is a lot of tinkering that needs to go into that effect, like how fast should Vanessa as an aggro champion be able to kill an opponent compared to, say, Pygmalion with an Adelatl build. Like, I'm not certain what the answer is there. Adelatl a whole different story. I think it should just be removed from Pygmalion's kit. But the balancing between how fast should an aggro champion be able to kill an opponent compared to a mid-range champion compared to a control champion, it's out of skew right now. And Vanessa's only viable build in the game should not be, I shouldn't say only viable build, like 80% of Vanessa games shouldn't come down to builds to where you're just trying to kill the opponent in 3 seconds. But, she can't scale up against the opponents, and so that's all that she really has to be successful with now. And so, we'll see how it plays out. Those are my kind of hot takes, my hot moments on the game at the moment. I think Vanessa's skills are in a really bad break point in her early game. Something needs to be done with the global cooldown. And I think there needs to be a kind of balance point for how long each battle should last at a minimum. All right, so let's queue up, and so yeah, that kind of 80% of the games coming down to the Vanessa's OTK ability. We'll see that lead up in the draft here. Like it's very important to be as strong as you can in the early game as possible. It's just exceptionally challenging for Vanessa to win a fight after day 10, day 11, day 12. She really needs to be in the mindset of I'm just shooting for 7 wins. Because I'm never winning after day 10. Just the opponents have too much health. They scale too high. They scale harder than you do. And you just can't really do anything about it. And so we'll keep that in mind. I try to keep the most aggressively oriented item as we can here in the early game. We'll see what turns up. And a fairly reasonable start between the rifle and the shark claws, both fairly powerful abilities. I like the rifle a little bit more on, I think, the opening round. It just churns out so much more damage than the shark claws, and we should be picking up a damage-based effect early. Just the problem with this is going to be as we get into the later days, the rifle's just not going to. We're gonna have another weapon, and it's not going to be able to deal damage. So maybe we do just have to start with the shark claws. It is one of the premier early game items. And this is kind of what I was alluding to earlier. We have decent stuff here, right? We have the burn thing, which I don't think burn is viable, but you can have powerful stuff early. Like if you get the +6 burn and have a lighter, that'll carry you through the early rounds. We do have the strong poison thing here with the +6 poison coming out. It does pretty much point us into going towards poison. And then the last but not least, we have iron sharpens iron, which is a bait. I don't think this is a very good skill. We're looking for the plus damage skills here early, the ones that give like plus 12 damage to small items or anything that just gives damage to you right now. Again, we don't have the time to scale up. We can't just be like fucking around with iron sharpens iron and losing the first 4 days until we get the big bonuses early and then pushing forward. Like we have to get good right now. And so I'm leaning towards taking the final dose. I feel kind of bad. I think in our past like 2 Vanessa builds, we've just gone towards poison early. So maybe we will just take iron sharpens iron to get things a little bit different out here. And so I think this is certainly the way to go. I'm like 99% certain the correct option to take here is final dose. But I want to take iron sharpens iron and just try and push ourselves down towards some of these big OTK builds, because I think that's what you're most commonly going to be building with Vanessa. So with this early start here, sell silver tier items is very high rolly, right? If we find a silver tier item we want, it's going to cost 8 gold. But if we don't have anything we want, then we're just going to completely whiff on the shop. I think there's probably enough reward coming out of this to just go for it. And this is pretty good early game stuff, right? Grenade is fine. It's more of a mid to late game item than early, but Concealed Dagger is what really interests me here. Just giving us some early game attacky style of weapons that can potentially give us some money, right? Like we're gonna win all of these rounds. I'm pretty certain as we fight these PVE rounds, or at least this one, we should just take the grenade out. Now I'm curious with this if we can still win if all we keep in is the Concealed Dagger and just use this as the maximum health gain. And so I won't fight Viper. I know that we can't beat the poison there, but we should get a guaranteed win against the Banana Bull, right? It doesn't deal any damage and we have more health in it, so it'll just die to the sandstorm. I don't think there's the potential to lose to the Inglet if it has the poison thing. But yeah, let's just fight the Banana Bull here. See how much gold we can stack up this round. Loads of exciting things running in. I don't think he can successfully outscale us with that shield. All right, making money, doing it big time out here. Dollar bill, y'all. Give me that dollar. What are we gonna get? Like 4 gold out of this? 3 gold? Boom, money. Making money like Mike Tyson, Jake Paul out here. I'm certain everyone in the world watched that. That's what the consensus of the internet seems to be. But here is my big takeaway from the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. Is somewhere in the middle of the fight, I think Mike Tyson got punched, and he started walking like an old man. And so I'm certain that some of my viewers, like most of you, are over 30, and you've probably gotten to that point in your life to where there's 2 ways to stand up, right? You either like just stand up and go like, ugh, because your back fucking hurts, or you have to kind of like stand up and then you stand there for a second and like do the wobble to make sure that your feet are underneath you, and then you progress forward. And so it's not so much a matter of your body aching as much as just a symptom of like balance and old age, and your ankles and your hips and your knees are bad. And so, like, right in the middle of the fight, like, Mike Tyson gets, like, punched in the face, or he got punched in the stomach or something, and he's, like, fucking doing the old man thing, like, trying to trying to get, like, his bearings together. He's, like, walking, like, ugh. And I was like, oh, man. Like, this is brutal. This is savage. Like, I know that feeling because that's how I wake up in the morning, and I can't imagine gathering that feeling while a 20-something dude in prime physical conditioning is trying to punch you in the face. And so props to him. I hope they both got the good paycheck out of that. But you knew he wasn't going to win when you saw him doing that fucking old man walk in the middle of a fight. Like, it was round 3 or so. And so it was fucking wild. But nonetheless, let's move forward here. We got weapons, the Lost Crate, which is going to be 2 gold, 1 experience, or a non-weapon item. I'm kind of okay with our weapons at this point. Going back to the Sharp Claws should give us a little bit of power against the next opponent. And so let's take the Lost Crate here and then see if we can't just win after this round. And so decent ad. We'll still get access to the ammo items here. Very strong set with both a shop and an ammo items, and good things here with both the cannon and the revolver. And so a lot to kind of talk about here. I'm going to take both these, the cannon and the revolver. We've got the money for both of them. It's going to set us up to having a fairly strong board at this point. But the thing to make mention of here is the cannon falls off really fucking fast. And so it's very tempting to have like the cannon be your big build around item. It's not worth it. It is a very weak item in that sense, and you need to get rid of this after the earlier rounds as soon as you can. All right, up against Old Pig Malin, though, I'm a little bit worried with the cannon in terms of getting scaling health on us, and so I think we'll just use mainly the shark claws and the revolver this round. If he doesn't have a way to deal damage, we should be able to just kind of scale up and be strong again. Like, we need to maximize our chances to win every round. This is the time we should. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the time we should be strong against Pygmalins. Apparently not, though, when you start against a crook and then a 70 damage weapon that'll scale up to like a 3k weapon. Fucking insane this nonsense is. We might... Do we still get the takedown? No, the crook is going to kill us. Fucking absurd. That's my thing with Pygmalin, right? Is... he... In kind of the same vein as Vanessa has problems with her skills early, Pygmalin doesn't really hone in on what he's supposed to be good at, right? If he's supposed to be good at health scaling, he's supposed to be good at economy, he's supposed to be good at getting like properties, and just building up to this ultimate scaling thing for the late game, right? If you're losing the early rounds to up your economy and scale up your health and find the specific properties that you need to have the good in-game build, he shouldn't be able to do stuff like that to where he has Crook Adaladdle and he just fucking blasts you out of there. Like from the description that I just gave, health scaling, economy, late game scaling, things like that. At what point is he supposed to be like good at combat? Like, it shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't exist. And stuff like that is just ultimately just super, super frustrating. And so I'm sure they'll get it sorted out. But that's one of the main problems to me with Pygmalin is why does he have some kind of like high-powered attack thing? Like, why is his attack thing the thing that he should be worst at better than both like burn and arguably poison, right? the supposed aggro champion out here in Vanessa is worse at aggro than Pygmalin. Like, it's fucking obnoxious. But all right, moving forward, let's see what we can do. Aquatic cooldown's not that great. Ammo item is fine. Aquatic item is whatever. Shield item we miss, and vehicle cooldowns are reduced. And so this is another pain point of Vanessa that you're going to see. We're going for a very aggro weapon heavy build here. We have one aquatic item, but not really doing aquatic things. Ammo is on track. Aquatic item not doing. Shield items not doing. And vehicles outside of submarine, I couldn't tell you what one single Vanessa vehicle is. And so real pain point out here with this. We don't have any shield items in the bag. And so we have to just take the ammo item and hope it carries well. Double barrel is strong. It can upgrade into being one of our high-powered items, but it's just the pain of being Vanessa. All right, moving forward, though. Non-weapon items don't really want at this point. Get an item is not really needed either. Mountain Pass is exceptionally strong. This is something that we're going to look for pretty much every single time because Escort the Convoy is so strong. They put so many monsters in here now that whenever you hit a monster, being able to, like if you look at yesterday when we picked up 2 gold, 1 experience, and we're super excited about it. What if we could say get 5 gold, 1 experience, and an item out of it, right? That's what you get out of Escort the Convoy. And so if it hits, it hits. That's beautiful. Eccentric Aetheryte is going to be a tough one. This is the force field scaling kind of thing, which I'm not certain if we can actually beat at this point. But... right, if you are able to get a takedown on this, getting that 6 gold, 3 experience is just absolutely huge. I think we might have bit off a little bit more than we can chew on this round, but I assure you it's quite strong. So leave the board as is. I don't think we're going to be strong enough to do this. We do have the scaling with the shark claws and the revolver, but even just like the damage out of barbed wire is probably going to be a little bit too much. Oh, that's a bummer. Still worth it though, I think. There's so many, like if we hit one of the lower level rounds, it would have been so strong just to get the win there. Bummer. All right, more nonsense from Vanessa. Sells aquatic items, literally a useless shop. The abandoned ruins is where I think we're gonna have to go. This has the +1 experience, but you don't get you don't get gold out of it. And then small non-weapon item. There are some stuff that's good, like holster, but I don't think that's what we're looking for here. We'll just take the experience on the round. And then moving forward, I usually just fight the coconut crab on this round. Rogue Scrapper is way too strong. Tent City Mayor doesn't have items that we really want. And so we'll just do battle with the crab. You can get this beautiful plus 30 to max health and stuff out of this round. Look at that, we got a victory. I didn't know what that felt like. This run has been so much bullshit. How was I supposed to know how that could go? All right, Crusher Claw coming in. So what do we got now? We got medium and large items potentially. That's where we're going to want to go. And so once you're down this path of choosing to go for the big damages, there's going to, there are going to be two separate landmarks that you're looking for that you're going to give us a lot of build around potential. There's the Crow's Nest, which gives crit to all of our items. And so we'll use crit to try and blow up the opponent in just a matter of seconds. The other one would be the pirate boat that gives your stuff ammo, and so it gives your items plus ammo. When it activates, it refills ammo and gives them charges. And then we're going to look to put in a bunch of grenades with that build, be it grenade, be it the various alchemist potions that show up along the way. And so we'll look to potentially go down that path. But with this stuff here, I'm not opposed to taking Star Chart at this point. It's kind of decent with the stuff we have here with like the Shark Claws revolver. We got to upgrade somewhere, right? I'm not feeling super confident in keeping like double barrel, grenade, cannon, because we don't do enough damage fast enough. We don't, and without the ammo, I think we need this kind of scaling stuff just for a little bit. Otherwise, let's take another roll. No large items. Upgrade to cannon is good. It's going to give us a lot of early power here. Maybe we can start getting some takedowns. What do we got with this one? We're going to level up regardless, so there's not... Don't really need to go see Deborah. We'll just take the haste item. There's a decent chance we get something that would be useful. It is... Jellyfish is useful in the sense that it's a friend. One of Vanessa's better end of round things is get 2 crit on all of your items, 4 crit if you have a friend, and so you typically need a friend to just hang out with. But looks like another round of garbage, an upgrade we can't use, an aquatic item we don't want, 2 experience, which is fine. Upgrade weapon is good, or damage on weapon is good, and then another thing for aquatic. And so 3 skills are completely useless out of 5. Very, very awesome. Very awesome. All right, so let's upgrade the double barrel. We're going to look to eventually get the Shark Claws out of here. I think this is a reasonable start. We're doing very, very high impact damage with this stuff. A little concerned about adding Star Chart in here. Okay, let's hit it.
We're out to dethrone
Let's hit it and quit it.
With nobodies.
I think we're good here. Only got 300 health to get through. Starting off with the old 420. That reminds me, the Mega Millions for me today is a $420 million jackpot. And so I, of course, purchased a lottery ticket. I'm going to be a 420 millionaire. After today, they're going to say, oh, butt stuff 420, the 420 millionaire out there. Fucking awesome. And I'll tell you that this is a legally binding statement. I will give absolutely 0 of the people that follow the channel or watch the videos any of the money. And so it's all going to me. $420 million right to bust, $0 to everyone else. It's the American way. You're welcome. All right, though. Ammo items. What do we got? Exactly what we're looking for here. Looking for double barrels. We'd like to find repeater. We'd like to find throwing knife. See what turns up. So double upgrade for the round. Pretty good. We get both the revolver and the double barrel. We can afford both of them. Pretty decent set. Pretty decent. Can't complain about that. Now we get the abandoned chest. That's another 2 gold, 1 experience. Always happy to find those. And then with this round, I think we could beat the eccentric ether right now, but I want to fight the dabbling apprentice. He's got all of these potions that we can find, right? If we're able to hit on this one, the 75 damage, 6 burn potion, then we can pretty heavily look to go towards using the ammo ship and just going for a big grenade build. And so we'll see what turns up. We pick up the Vial of Blood for the experience. Not terrible, but Not exactly what we were looking for. Now, a real set of shit in this round. We've got the poison skills that are completely useless, non-weapon items that are not completely useless, but it's tough to hit on, and then get an item. And so I'll just do get an item with this one. We can't really afford
Empty chest, waiting to
the
be filled.
expensive landmarks that we're looking for, anyways. And so, main point there. But let's see how bad this one can be. Upgrade a heal item, do nothing. There's an ammo cooldowns, do nothing. Another ammo, and then citrus, which is fucking terrible. Gives you 20 health to regen. And so with this, I'm leaning towards adding the ammo in on the double barrel. You don't really need it if you're going to be going down the path of the ammo ship, but if you're going to be going for the crow's nest for the crit, then you are going to want it here. And so I think we'll put it onto the double barrel. Could consider putting it on the grenade, but the grenade I think we're more likely to end up not using. All right, so upgrade there. We have enough stuff to sell out here, right? Got a better friend. Got 7 gold in the bag. Okay, let's go to medium and large, see if we can't get the ammo weapon that we want, or get that big landmark. Didn't turn up. That's a bummer. Shovel, I'm kind of okay with taking. This still has plenty of time to pay itself off, and we can get some randomly good items out of this. It's not that bad. Not opposed to Captain's Wheel. Just I think that if we're going to include one of these haste kind of items, we would rather use the star chart, since it's going to doesn't need to activate, right? Just automatically gives the double barrel that 0.3 second cooldown reduction. You don't have to wait 4 seconds and then wait more time afterwards. The battle shouldn't be lasting that long. So we'll take the shovel. Let's see what we can do up against old Dooley. All right, so I was looking to do something like this, putting the crit onto our big booms here, getting those cooldowns down just a little bit. Let's hit it. I think that's the way we'd rather do it, right? I mean, if we're getting multiple hits out of shark claws or something, we're just going to be dead anyways, and so I think this is fine. All right, he hasn't managed to find the armadillo yet. The thing to kind of keep watch of on here is you need your items to be doing enough damage to outdo the armadillo, and so what that kind of means is if whenever we hit into the armadillo bunker, they're going to be hitting us back for like 200, and so we can't just have a bunch of small items out here that only do like 50 damage. We need a lot of really high damage items across the board as we come in and progress through the days. Alright, though, the armory, not super interested in. We're a little bit light on money to be trying to high roll shield items. Let's just take the abandoned chest, get that gold, get that experience. And the next set, medium items. Chocolate bars or aquatics. We'll take the medium items here. Still looking for that repeater. Oh, what did we get off of our thing? Wallace? Not quite what we're looking for. So we got a couple of upgrades here. I'm not certain what happens with the shovel. If you upgrade it and it digs up better items, it might. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Go ahead and get this upgraded star chart in here as well. Spend all of our money for the round. Now we can fight the Blood Reef Raider. This is going to be an ammo opponent. Lots of stuff we like here. The crow's nest, the potion is good. The cannonballs are good. The refill flask is okay. Are we still okay here? It's like all of our big damages ran out, and now he's just life stealing on the revolver. I think we're okay with the scaling we have out of our shark claws, but that was fairly scary. If we lost this round, that would just be like a complete disaster.
See that plank?
All right, in the monster skill, your leftmost ammo item has 2 ammo. Interesting.
Place to store the rest of the
All right,
treasure.
so let's see how mad we can get here. We got 2 experience, friends, which is useless, vehicle cooldowns, which is useless. Upgrade aquatic item. I don't intend on keeping the shark claws. Aquatic item can be fine if you've got the property, but we don't have any of the properties yet. And so I'm looking at probably the crit. I'm not certain if it's ever better to get the crit or the meditation for the experience, but the crit is what plays into getting good now. All right, now I like taking these with the relax. You start the next fight with all the bonus shields. We'll be up against a player round for this, so we'll pick up relax. Now we've got two shops that we actually want, large items, and we have ammo. I'm going to go large items with this one and see if we can't pick up one of the properties we want. Crow's Nest turns up. So that's definitely what we're taking here.
I would give it for free, but Tiny Andy says that's
Get all those big crits going. So we can look to... Let's see. Let's get some of these items out of here. I don't want to sell off all of our items if we don't have to. Since some of the bonuses are... some of the bonuses say, you know, give plus attack for every weapon that you have, and so I want to have the space to dig up stuff, and then also have the space to not lose out on our items here. But I think this is okay. I've got the grenade all the way over to the left to get the +2 ammo. The double barrel and the cannon are getting boosted by the star chart. They also have pretty decent crit coming across the board. Very real chance that we just can't deal enough damage to this Pygmalin, but I don't
I may be young,
I don't think it's the time to try and put like shark claws in for the sustain. He doesn't have the bonus health skill. How we doing here? He's about to start healing. Picked up like 200 shields out of nowhere. Yeah, not dealing nearly enough damage this round. We gotta find the other sustainable items. But shark claws wouldn't have gotten us out of this. We'd still be dead. I wish there was a way to just concede out of these. Like, there's literally a 0% chance we have to win this now, but you still have to wait on the sandstorm to turn up. It's like, this is kind of fucking annoying. But maybe we should have just put our double barrel on the left. I mean, it is doing 160 a shot compared to the 100 a shot off of the grenade.
You've got potential.
Ugh. All right,
like
though.
my crew says at the bar. Another round.
Another round. So what do we got here? Medium items, skills, or poison item? Let's go in the medium items. Hopefully we can find one of these other ammo things we're looking for. Definitely not a sniper rifle today. Sextant would be better than the star chart, but we're not going to have the money for that, right? Just giving the adjacent items 30% crit. It's like I'm always kind of up in the air with these in the sense that, you know, we should be able to just upgrade our crow's nest to have all of the crit that we need, but that might be a little bit too far down the road. We get in here, Noxus potion, what we want. Okay, let's take a roll. Didn't hit anything, bummer.
Hey, that's okay.
All right, up next
It's
we've got
not
non-weapon
tough.
items, regen, or skills. Definitely want to take the skills here. What you got for us? Looks like trash. Your weapons have +2 damage for your friends. We don't have any. Elijah items to have crit chance. We don't have any. Burn. It's not worth upgrading the cannon that we're going to be looking to get rid of. So another fairly shitty round. We'll go up against the preening duelist. See if he gives us any good ammo items. Really need the throwing dagger.
But I followed the 10 principles of dueling.
Was that even a battle?
What you got for us?
Maybe a
Gunpowder.
skirmish.
And then upgrade your leftmost item. I think we need to get the crow's nest upgraded at this point. Like, this is another kind of tough spot in the sense that it seems like there's like a very real chance that we should be switching over to the ammo place instead of just using the crow's nest. But we're so weak at this point. I feel like we've gotten pretty decent upgrades in terms of ammo, right? We hit the ammo stash. We're about to upgrade another ammo thing with the gunpowder, and so think we can probably just stick to Crow's
Sooner
Nest
the blade,
and
the quicker the fight.
hope it plays out this way.
How do you
All right,
choose
small and
when
medium
to
items,
use
what you
these
got?
things?
Bunch of trash. Bunch of trash, I tell you. More trash. All right,
Try
skip
buying
that one.
things needs to get
And then
numbers up or something.
gold skills. Let's see what we've got. So 4 items for 1k health, don't want. When you use your leftmost item, haste an item is fairly good. If you've got 4 or fewer items, then you get a 10% crit chance, just not nearly enough crit. And then the single ammo thing we're not going to use. We can use Lefty Lucy though. When you use your leftmost item, haste an item for a second, getting the 2 shots off of double barrel. That should be pretty good. So let's do this. Kind of interesting, right? I think... How do we want to go about this? Like, if we're going to just go all in on double barrel, I'm not opposed to something like this to where we actually hang on to the star chart to get the reduction on it. And then we can use gunpowder on something else. Like, if we take more than 5 shots off the double barrel, we're going to be dead anyways. But we can use the gunpowder on something else. I'm leaning towards just going ahead and using it on grenade. Like, where we would ideally be is having throwing knives with the grenade, where the grenade is, and then having repeater, where the cannon is. But we haven't seen either of those items turn up. So it's like I'm a little leery to just go ahead and use the gunpowder. And maybe we can just get better. If we get a better item to turn up, we can save it for that. So I'm not going to spend that here. But we still need to get up to 12. Man, that is kind of tough, though. It's like, if we're out here hasting up our double barrel, our cannon and our grenade are just going to be... they're just going to be out of ammo anyways. So concealed dagger, we're never going to use that. So with that in mind, do we want to use the gunpowder? Like, I was leaning towards using it on grenade, but... Just don't think we'll get the chance to use that. Let's put it on the cannon, I guess. I'm like really concerned about our ability to win these rounds, and we need to get to 4 wins real bad. And so let's just continue that idea of getting
My
good
fight
now
isn't with you.
and loading up the cannon against the crook. Come the hastes. Definitely blow them up before the Beast of Burden hits. Alright. Good deal.
I paint
Very
my
fun and
ship
interactive
forever,
round.
but I don't.
Very fun, very interactive. Alright, so what do we got here? I worry if we go for the large items that we won't have the money to purchase the crow's nest. Like, if the thing costs 12, probably not going to get it. Dug up cool LEDs off shovel, that's not going to do anything. I guess we have enough stuff to sell. We can sell the potion or the revolver.
Hello, little sentient.
It's turned up, costs 12. Let's get rid of the revolver. I don't think we're ever going to use it.
Your coins are like dust in my palm.
All right, crow's nest comes in. Pretty high crit on everything now, right? 94%. Definite 100 on the grenade. So that looks good. Can't afford the small items. Don't want the shield going into the PvE round, so let's hit up the docks. Maybe we'll spike a good weapon out here. Beast of Burden is not a good weapon. And where can we go with this? The Zookeeper does have Crook. I'm a little interested in Crook if that would turn up, right? The item we bitch about so much on Pygmalin. So you have access to it there, but it's such a low chance of actually hitting it. I think we'll just go and fight the Lone Shark and get the max money out of the round. Pretty certain that this is a round we can win. I'm getting better about not going to the website on every single battle. Yeah, this is winnable. He doesn't have any items we want, but we should be able to at least get all the money, get those experiences. So yeah, I really like this double barrel giving out haste. We just need
It's over already.
items that can
We barely
survive it
got our
longer.
flags up.
It's, it's like you see the shark ray turn up, right? We're talking about how sweet this is to have the double barrel along with the haste stuff, and then something like shark ray turns up, and it's just entirely too slow. I mean, like, what's his base damage? 25. The thing I'm kind of thinking of is like the double barrel shoots. It activates that. It's on a super low cooldown, right? So it activates before this other thing is going to, but the shark ray is never going to get enough damage to even outdo this cannon. Ugh. But let's find something new to bitch about. Upgrade heal, can't use. Aquatic, don't want. Friends, don't want. One burn or vehicle cooldown. Just an absolute disaster of a level up round, right? No heal, no don't want aquatic. I guess this is where we get our 2 regenerate. Fucking excited about that. this is just what I was hoping we could do. Get plus 20 health, and so you get our plus 20 health to regenerate. That's a pretty good level up skill, right? You have the choice. You could say upgrade a weapon, right? The core tenet of the game, coming out, upgrading your weapons, upgrading your items, taking the double barrel from having a base of 89 damage up to gold to where it's at like 100. Or hear me out on this. We could get 20 hit points and then 2 regenerate. So if these battles last 3 seconds, that regenerate's going to give us 6 health back. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know what I'm bitching about out here, but I think that sounds amazing. I'm tempted to click on the sells vehicles just to see what the fuck she actually sells as a vehicle, right? It's going to be a catapult, and it's going to be submarine. Oh, Jesus Christ.
People first.
Things are all so bad. So what do we got here? Don't want any of this stuff. This is just the pet rock we have just because it's a friend, so that we can get 2 regenerates instead of 1. Don't want revolver or harpoon. Moving into this next set of stuff, nothing we want. Pretty easy passes. Now what do we got? Gold tier items we can't afford. We can't keep looking for medium items. Maybe a repeater will turn up at some point. Not here. Can't use the musket. Let's take a roll. It's going to be something we want, but gold. Nah, spyglass isn't exactly what we're looking for. Okay.
You might try JJ's shop.
All
Go
right,
ahead,
though. Up against Vanessa.
underestimate me. It makes this
See how
more
this
fun.
goes.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
All right, another crit battle. He's got that big lifesteal submarine, though. That's pretty intimidating. Not certain if we're going to be able to deal enough damage through that. Every hit on the submarine essentially heals him for 300, and so with this set of items to where we don't have repeater and don't have a throwing knife, there's no way we're gonna fight through that. Yeah.
You move in straight lines. Next time, boys.
So where are we at?
West
We fought through
London.
3 days and
London.
got 3 wins, so we're at a 50-50 at the moment. Okay. We really need to go on a win streak here if we're going to get up to the 7 wins, and I don't really think that's on the table. We got to start hitting. We got to start hitting now, right? We really need to get the good items to solidify the build. Here's the repeater. This is the big one that we've been looking for. When you use another ammo, you use this. It's going to be our replacement for the cannon. We'll go ahead and purchase that. What did we dig up this round? Oh, we dug up a cannonball. That's kind of interesting. It doesn't fit in the sense of continuing to use this, continuing to use the star chart, but we could probably just like cut the star chart at this point and do something like this, and just keep the big stacks of ammo on these 2 items. It sucks to have the double barrel go back up in cost, but that seems pretty strong to me. Still like to get rid of the cannon though. It's falling off. We need to get the grenade in there somewhere. But otherwise, only $3 left. We've got to skip out of that one. Fine to pick up the eating contest. Get ourselves some hit points here. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And then not a real compelling round of opponents here. The Thug does have weapons, but it's not weapons that we actually want to use. We'll just fight Chili Charles this round. Just to get the max EXP. I'm pretty certain we can beat Chili Charles. He doesn't actually deal damage. He just sits around and heals a lot. He's freezing out all our hastes, though. Kind of annoying. Man, our repeater is so low in damage at this point. Only at 28 damage. Are we losing? Are we gonna fucking lose this round? I didn't realize our repeater was gonna deal like literally 0 damage. Oh, that's fucking annoying. It hasn't done really anything this round. I guess when it's frozen, it doesn't get the ammo ability. Oh, that's a disaster. I guess we should have fought the Thug. I thought this is one that we would easily take. What do I know?
I might need to cut back on the grass.
Alright, let's find something new to bitch about, though. So locked and loaded for the ammo is fine. Get a weapon, don't really want. No pain, no gain. 170 health is a pretty big hit for 10 damage, so we'll probably skip it. Crit we don't need because we've got the Crow's Nest and then Befriend. And so it looks like we're picking up 1 ammo for the round. What is this at? 8 and 8 on the repeater and the thing. I guess I'll just upgrade the cannon. I really have no intention of keeping the cannon. Maybe we just put it on the repeater. And hopefully it just won't be shitty forever. Alright, so any item in the Bazaar, slow skills, or regenerate. Let's just go to the any item in the Bazaar. Maybe something will turn up. Don't want the shielded shielded shield turtle. No freezes. Anything cool out here? What's this thing? Leftmost slow. We don't have bolas. Don't want grappling hook. No piggies. All right. Waste of a round. Mountain Pass turns up. I mean, we should be able to. Well, we should be able. It's the Thug. Okay. We should have fought the Thug last round. Fighting the Thug this round. I mean, it's not enough to where we would have leveled up, but I mean, picking up these items and stuff is definitely not useless. I realized why the repeater has such low damage. It's because we got stuck with this at the start of each fight, give your weapons +3 damage thing. So it doesn't just come out immediately good. You have to spend 10 rounds to make it good. I'd much rather just have your weapons deal 12. Alright, though. Off to the Thieves Guild before Dooley. What do we get out of this? Fight Mr. Moo, double your income, or grab everything from the vault. Mr. Moo it is. Looks like he's got some ammos on him. He's got that big, is that a Gatling gun? You know, wouldn't be opposed to adding in a Gatling gun and then using grenade and getting rid of the cannon.
So you're telling
Barely got him.
takes more
Ooh, Jesus.
Waste of
Incendiary rounds. All right, whatever. Fuck you. that's the way you're supposed to say it, right? Yeah, whatever. Fuck you. So we got EXP. Get a friend, or no? What's that? Citrus coconut, just completely worthless. All right, I saw the plus weapon down here. I was just trying to see how bad the rest of the choices were. And so I think we need to continue to upgrade our double barrel. Like, this is our only thing that legitimately does damage. The repeater we could upgrade, but it's just not going to have the damage. We need to continue this idea of getting good now. And so I'm kind of leaning towards what happens if we bring in incendiary rounds. Try and get as much burn we can out that way, and then get the triple shots off the grenade. Move away from this cannon. Grenade does the same amount of damage as the cannon. Unfortunately, hasn't been leveling up that damage at this point, but it seems like this is going to be higher damage than leaving the cannon in there. Alright, doing some burn stuff. He doesn't have a ton of sustain. I think we'll be okay. Main weapon got frozen for fucking ever. Still, I think we'll still take it down. Barely. Cannon shot rolling in. I appreciate that.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
All right, so we got to that 4-win mark, right? So we're picking up the EXPs, we're picking up the trophies. Whew, that was a fucking struggle. All right, so we got there. Now what do we got? Don't need crit. 12 to rightmost thing kind of sucks. Exactly 1 weapon we don't have. And then we can upgrade our iron sharpens iron. So, I mean, by the time we get to the next opponent, right, if we fight 1 PvE and 1 PvP with 3 weapons, that's going to be 12. And then right-handed is giving us 12. So we'll just take the iron sharpens iron, even though it's not what we really want. Temporary boost should be good from here on out, putting the bonuses on our weapons. Now what do we got? I'm concerned if we're even able to beat stuff like the Robo Bouncer now. After we went through that round of losing to the freeze guy, like, as long as we win, we'll level up before we get to the next opponent. Let's just fight the vehicle thing. I guess he has some useful stuff, right? He's got more incendiary rounds in here we could look to use. I don't think rocket launcher ever really fits in, but maybe it does. Give us... Oh, it's not even a vehicle. I was like, it gives us something to put all those vehicle upgrades on, and it's not really a thing with the thrusters anyways. Alright, so let's go to the small items. We got a big collection of money now. Would like to upgrade these 2 small things if we could. Would we rather have bolas than the grenade? Doesn't have the... We're at 75 crit. It's like it just delivers the slow. There's more room to upgrade the grenade, and it's already dealing more damage, though. So I think we'll skip over that. Then in the next one, aquatic stuff. Alright, so 12 attack to the left weapon. Poison don't want, get a weapon. Your weapons get a damage per level or get an ammo item. Take that damage per level. Up next, any item in the Bazaar, small weapon or non-weapons, will take the any item. Maybe something sweet as shit will turn up. Maybe not. We got matchbox, can't use. No slow items. Shield potion's not bad, but I don't think we'll use it. Like if you're going for the ammo ship, then the shield potion can actually be pretty decent, but I think we'll be stuck with the crow's nest the rest of the way. We have 4% crit on our double barrel, and so it's not a real option. Silencer, abacus, trebuchet, don't want. Okay. All right. Up against Dooley. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if we get Harmadillo'd out of here yet.
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
There he is. There's that bunker. And so the thing I was trying to make mention of with this is, right, it's like every time we hit, he's going to hit us back for 219. And so it's like as we're dealing 80 damage with the repeater, we're taking 219 damage back at us. And so when it comes to these builds, you need to really have like the high impact, high damage weapons. We just haven't been able to upgrade our weapons to go beyond that. Like you're not getting into a space to where you're going to be favored against a dually, but it gives you the chance to actually beat him. And I suspect all the dualies we'll face from this point out are going to be bunker Harmadillos. All right, so what do we got? We'll just go for sells items. Like ideally at this point of the game, we would be at that spot to where, you know, we don't really need upgrades. And the stuff that we're spending our money on is that stuff like the chocolate bars, right? Since our board would be pretty complete. But you know, when you look at all those level ups that we got, or the lack of level ups, it's pretty challenging to actually get to that point. And so that's just like another kind of space we're falling behind. If we were up against that dually and had 3,500 hit points instead of 2,500, maybe we could have given it more of a shot, but it's still a bit of a stretch. I'm looking to potentially take this silencer to upgrade the repeater. Putting the plus 50 damage on it, just taking the cannonball out. Makes the grenade a little bit worse, but
I get it. You're busy. Enjoy.
this repeater has to start doing work. What do we got? We found a cannon? Is that what turned up? Sucks to go back to the one-shot grenade, but it is what it is. Throwing stars hasn't turned up this round, so
Any good fights lately?
don't have the good items.
I do miss it.
So here, a bunch of useless garbage. Skip past that. And then in this set, pistol sword we don't really want. And so it's a very important distinction to make here. Like, these items look like they're the exact same thing, but there's something majorly different between these, right? So the pistol sword says when you use an ammo, deal 15 damage. And then the repeater says when you use another ammo item, use this. And so I guess there's actually two things to call out, in the sense that, number one, the pistol sword just deals damage. It doesn't have to churn through its reserves to shoot it off. So if we shoot all of these extra shots out of the double barrel, if we shoot 5 shots out of the double barrel, it's going to get 5 activations out of the pistol sword, to where if we shoot 5 shots out of the double barrel, it's going to take 5 ammo away from the repeater. But the other thing to note with this is this pistol sword does damage that doesn't crit. And so when you use the repeater, it's an actual attack from the repeater that has a 75% chance to crit, so it should be doing double damage essentially every single time, to where the pistol sword just does 15 damage every time. That's not enough to really be excited about, so I'm not going to pick it up. It seems like something that should fit directly into the build, but it's not gonna work in this current meta, and so we'll skip past it. Right? It seems like it should be good. You take the pistol sword, put it down here next to the incendiary rounds as we're popping off the repeater and the double barrel. We're getting the burns, getting all of these extra damages in, but it just doesn't work that way. So we'll skip that one. Now here, up against the elite duelist, I'm pretty certain that's an accurate statement. I've given an inaccurate statement once or twice before, but pretty sure that's on point. See if we can get him before the double strikes come in. It's getting close.
Incredible. I yield to your skill.
All right, got him.
As spineless as a jelly.
Revolver we'll never use. So what do we got? Bronze tier, shield item, or vehicles? We'll take the bronze tier junk. We can get some weapon upgrades out of this.
Just a matter of finding it.
What do we got? Let's see. Let's just make this a little easier. Cool
Now
down.
you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
We got weapon damage, no heal. Get that +1 regen. Who in the world would ever pass up on +1 regen? Getting up to 3 health per second. Watch yourselves. Watch yourselves. Don't get too excited out there. All right, so let's put the upgrades on the double barrel.
Hooey! Now that's
Hell yeah, $2 for 10 health. Don't mind if I do.
To throw some things
That sounds
overboard.
like a good deal. Don't mind if I do.
That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
I guess the burn on the incendiary rounds doesn't sound
Formed by
terrible.
Rusty circuits to see that find a home.
What do we got? Upgrade your leftmost item. We need to hit this crow's nest. It's unfortunate that in two ways. Number one, in the sense that
Inspire the crew.
we need to get the extra damage out here, and then number two, one of those upgrades from leveling up that we've complained about so much is upgrade aquatic item, and you really want to be hitting the crow's nest on your upgrade aquatic item so you can upgrade your weapons when the weapon things turns up, but this game has just been a fucking shit show, so we couldn't do it. Now with this, we'll definitely take the weapon upgrade onto the double barrel, just our highest DPS thing at the moment.
The quicker the fight.
Up against Pygmalin. Who wants to guess if he has
Not to
5
squabble
digits of
with
health?
nobody.
My dreams are too big.
5 digits of health. Let's see what we got. Oh, only 3,500 with a weak Caltrops? I think we might win this round. Got a 2k crit off the dog, but he's not going to deal any more damage after that.
Show you what I learned.
Nice.
Land legs make you predictable. You
Glad
move in
glad to see
straight
Pygmalin
lines.
with 1k attack power items that you get at the beginning of the game that are out here critting. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. But let's look at skills over weapons. Tempering is okay. When you use a weapon, give it 6 damage for the fight. Small weapons deal 30. Would be good, but we're not super built towards that. When you buy a weapon, give your other weapons 6 attack is good. And then when you slow, haste a vehicle. Oh, with all of the vehicles we have running around. Let's just take lifting and make an effort to use it.
Enlightenment is my reward.
I'm just gonna try and go big with the mid swarth. Like, we should probably be protecting the double barrel with the can't be frozen, but
The grand
I want to pick up the
design
damage here. We got to get strong. So we'll pick up the weapon. Got a bolas. And sell that shit off. Get that little bit of extra damage. Alright, who do we got here? We'll fight Boss Harlow. I don't think we can beat Lord Arkin. I think Boss Harlow might have an attacky weapon in the mix. He's got a few. Okay. Got him. Our silver level repeater bringing the thunder.
See that flank? Walk it.
Alright, so again, let's sell that weapon off. Doesn't seem like... Did I read this wrong? Oh, when you buy a weapon. Okay. So that we already got the bonus. I sold the weapon and didn't see the bonus come in. But here we can take the temporary boost, get the 25 attack. Works for me. Just a bunch of garbage for this round. We'll go to the armory. Maybe a shield item will turn up. Like this, like the shielded shark claws. We don't want this, but if like a shielded small item turned up or something, we could be interested. Alright, so skip that. What's this? Weapons gain damage per level. Your leftmost gets damage, get a weapon. Of course, no upgrades. Why would we ever get an upgrade? So, I mean, we're getting 36 bonus off the force multiplier. I think that's probably the way to go. It's just we're only getting the 1 activation off the grenade. And it's so hard to get rid of this grenade now since there's not a ton of stuff that'll be like a 1-slot item that are going to give us so much damage. Let's just make the double barrel as good as we can. Alright, up against Dooley. Let's check out that bunker. Check out that armadillo coming at us. Oh, no bunker. Oh, got him. Got him before the items activated, LOL. That was fun. That was fun, huh? Everybody had a good time with that one. Okay, okay, coming in on day 11. We may get ourselves up to 7 wins this one. It's close. It's close. Got powder flask, not using it. Let's go with the skills again.
You have at least a grain of wisdom, since you have come to me.
So crit we don't need. Medium weapons getting plus 36 is fantastic. I like crit freeze, but this 72 damage for the round is fucking incredible. So happy with that. Now this is just going to have to be gumballs, right? We don't want tools. We don't want large items. Just gumball's also just so shitty. It's probably not even worth the money, right? We're going to spend 10 gold and put plus 2 attack on our units or get like plus 10 health, plus 2 attack. That just doesn't seem worthwhile. Let's save the money for a real round. So I guess we can at least look at the tools.
Come on in.
Yeah, don't want anything.
I love this stuff so much.
Fight Boss Harlow again.
You don't buy it.
Take the day off, boys. I'll do this.
Okay, okay. Well, we are getting to that like big crit OTK space now, which is kind of nice,
That
but
whole cow. Work for me.
I still worry about our ability to take down one of these
Was that
later
even a
round opponents.
battle? Maybe a skirmish.
So Katana comes in. Poison skill, don't want. Max health is okay. But let's go with the bronze. Maybe we do take max health. It's like we're able to, well, I think the thing that's going to push me into the junk items is we could potentially find the gunpowder and put an additional stack on our grenade. So crit don't need. Cooldowns are fine.
Well, you're doing your part.
Weapon
to
damage.
clean up the bazaar.
Fairly weak shop. Let's see. Sell this shit. We're never going to use it. So we got weapon damage, sure. Burn, sure.
That's a bargain.
Max health 10. Why not? No shields, no poison. 3 damage. Okay. Were there any weapons in there that we didn't buy? I forgot that we had the thing that gives us bonuses for buying weapons. Definitely taking the temporary boost though. Get that big set of attack power. Now we got level up aquatic. That's what I like to use on Crow's Nest, but it didn't play out. Upgrade shield item is worthless. We just leveled up, so there's not a ton of reason to take the experience. With the 10 damage on the double barrel. I guess we got a little aggressive in our item selling. We should have waited, taken the level up, and then sold them before the round started. We'll get more used to stuff like that. Oh, a fucking multi-striking Addle. Oh, and he froze our. Jesus fuck. Okay. What is this? The first 10 times you use your multi-striking 1 second cooldown Addle, you get to freeze. Well, I guess that's what we get for not taking the poison, or not taking the can't be frozen thing on our big weapon, but Jesus fuck.
Ships may sink, but I'm a good swimmer.
Probably should have put the poison on our repeater.
Space is my canvas,
But-
and time is
Take the upgrades out here, pick up some burn. Not nothing, I guess. We can take medium items. Look for more repeaters. Nope. Look here. Nope.
You leave it behind.
All right,
Someone
and then
else
we'll
buy?
fight the Master Alchemist. These are the kind of things that, ideally you would fight a lot earlier if you want to come out and try and find things like Rainbow Potion and fit it in
Used powder of Algorand.
a grenade build, but we're not quite there. It's way too late. It didn't turn up.
Waste of gunpowder.
So what do we got? Looking at skills.
My lessons are paid.
Don't really need items anymore.
Prepared.
Use a friend burn is useless. Haste 2 seconds. Medium item burn, get plus 8 burns, kind of interesting. And then don't need crit. Probably just want to take the, well, I'm gonna go for the burn, just get that extra damage in here. And then 1300 shield sounds better than 25 damage on the weapons. We can potentially beat a dually with that big shield.
My fight isn't with you.
All right,
Did you insist?
let's see how it goes. No bunker. I think that's the big thing. We might be okay here. Got a freeze on our repeater, which is kind of annoying. Got a ton of burn and a ton of poison on him, though. Fuck. So close. So close. And so, yeah, I mean, reasonable battle. Again, with my my thought on Vanessa this patch is 7 wins is the win that you're going for. Just on the back of taking these big OTK builds, you shouldn't have too much trouble getting to 4 wins. But 7 wins is the big thing. Anytime you start dropping wins early, you just really run out your ability to get up to that 10-win mark. And so, especially as you get up into, like, I don't know what you would consider a good win rate to be. I'm not certain how it works in this game. Like, if you were playing like Legends of Runeterra, hanging out in Masters, we were typically in that kind of like 60 to 65% win rate at Masters. And if that's the kind of thing that carries over, if we're really good at the game and have a 70% win rate, then our chances of getting those 10-0 runs isn't that high, right? You're going to drop a round of the opponent that has multicasting one one second cooldown Adelatl that's freezing, right? You're going to drop a random round to that Pygmalion that accidentally has 14k health and you just can't deal enough damage. And so with Vanessa, since your scaling is so bad, you're never going to get those 10 win rounds that go to day 14. You have to be getting your 10 win rounds that go to day 10 or day 11. And so it's not to say that you can't do it, right? You can go on Discord and see people posting 10 win videos over and over and over and over again. Like you can most certainly get 10 wins with Vanessa. It's just extremely challenging to do. She's far and away the worst champion in the game right now. But I think with this run, the kind of big takeaway that you can get out of this is how bad was that, right? It was just like a nonstop bitch fest throughout the entirety of the video. It's like, cool, it's a level up round. It's got upgrade a poison, it's got upgrade an aquatic, it's got get +2 regenerate, and then the best thing that I can get out of my upgrade is +1 ammo, right? And so as we're playing against people that to where, if you get upgrade a shield, it probably hits an item in your comp, right? It's not obscene to think that any Dooley comp or any Pygmalion comp has upgrade a shield or has a shield within their comp somewhere. To where with Vanessa that just doesn't really apply, and then you also run into this kind of pain point issue with Vanessa to where it's upgrade a poison item, upgrade a burn item, right? You're so unlikely to have any of those within your build that she just has so many dead skills and dead items across the board that she's really playing from behind, and so. I'm not certain, what the answer is to Vanessa. She feels like, from a balance standpoint, you can tweak the numbers on a lot of things. Like I don't know the percentage chance that you can have like the encounters show up or not, but the big thing that comes to mind to me is in the most recent patch, they used to weight the skills that you were shown on level up based on your comp. And so if you were in a poison comp or you had a bunch of poison items, you would be more likely to get poison upgrade things to turn up. And then they switched it to where there's 5, but it's completely random. So it used to just be 3. You had to get really shitty ones sometimes, but now it's 5 and it's all random. And the downside to it being all random is a lot of those are just shitty for Vanessa, right? If Vanessa is in a burn heavy build, then so many of those are just going to be completely dead. And so I'm sure that there's some like tweaking that can be done to make that feel less bad, right? But a lot of that just feels pretty bad to me as a Vanessa player, as to where everyone else is getting the chance to get real upgrades, and you're like, cool, I got +2 regenerate, right? Because that was the best option given to me. There's 2 upgrade options out here, but it'll never apply to my comp, so it's just wasted round after round after round, and so bit of a bummer there. But hopefully we hit a lot of the highlights to Vanessa-based success. I think if we hit a little bit better on some of those upgrade rounds, we would have most certainly gotten 7 wins and maybe been in that space to where we're pushing up to potential 10. I think 7 would have been easy with 1 or 2 extra upgrades in here. And so she's definitely close to being strong. She's just in that really awkward high rolly kind of point now that feels kind of bad. But nonetheless, good stuff. I had fun with that. Hope you did too, because that is going to do it for us today. So if everyone enjoyed the video, hopefully maybe learned a thing or two along the way, and you had a good time watching. This is Bust to me. Thank you for being here.